YouTube. This is the Big Fish Network, home for Miami Dolphin fans worldwide. I'm your host, Dave Wave, and this is the inauguration of the show. I created this show for all of the true diehard dog fans from the older generation to the new generation. On this show, I give you my opinion on all things Miami Dolphins, from the history of the team to the draft, trades, free agency, game-by-game coverage, all of that. So make sure y'all tap in and hit the like button and subscribe to the channel so you can hear it first. Now, when I studied and did my research on the team from 1966 to now 2022, the one thing that I noticed is that we had years, regimes, and eras. Years, regimes, and eras. We started with the Wilson years, then we transitioned to the Don Shula era, which was and is the blueprint for success. We're going to talk about that. In my opinion, from diving into football, I'm just watching it as a fan. I just feel like Don Shula is the best head coach in the history of the game, bar none. Bill Belichick is second. I know all y'all Patriot fans out there feel like Bill Belichick because he won 6 Super Bowls, even though he cheated on some of them. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to get into all of that. Don Shula, to me, is the best football coach in the history of the game. Bill Belichick actually, in my opinion, he uses a lot of his philosophies. A lot of his philosophies come from the same principles that Don Shula had. And I'm going to describe offensively and defensively and special teams how Bill Belichick does that in some upcoming videos. So y'all got to make sure y'all tune in. Make sure y'all comment. Tell me what y'all want to hear. Tell me what y'all want to see, what y'all want to talk about. And I'm going to give y'all my opinion on everything that I see out there. But like I said, back to Don Shula, I mean, the man won 347 games. 347 games. I mean, he gave us the blueprint, coached us for over 20 years, gave us the blueprint on how to build an organization, how to build a team, how the offense is supposed to be run, how the defense is supposed to be run. You know what I'm saying? Anything I need to know about football and what the Miami Dolphins need to be a winning franchise, all I got to do is just ask, what would Shula do? What would Shula do? See, all y'all fans out there, a lot of y'all fans, y'all love Dan Marino more than y'all love Don Shula. And that's the problem. Y'all love Dan Marino more than y'all love Don Shula. Dan Marino never won us a Super Bowl. Don't get me wrong, I love Dan Marino. I feel like he's the best quarterback in the game. But Dan Marino did not win us no Super Bowl. Don Shula won us Super Bowls. Don Shula's had us in the Super Bowl without Marino, without Bob Greasy. He showed us how to do it in many different ways. With a 2-quarterback system with Woodstrop, he still took the Dolphins to the Super Bowl. That comes from coaching. That comes from coaching. You got to have a good coach to be able to do that. Not a great quarterback. Y'all looked at Justin Herbert and y'all seen the same look, same kind of look, all-American look with the hair, the locks flowing, hair coming out of the helmet. I get it. You know what I'm saying? He's tall, and I get all of that. He looked like Dan Marino. You know what I'm saying? As far as his image and all of that stuff like that, but he's not Dan Marino. Y'all need to get that out of y'all head. Y'all need to stop that. That ain't a good comp. Marino and Justin Herbert is not a good comp. I'm going to talk about that. We're going to get into that. You know what I'm saying? But it's a damn shame, you know what I'm saying, that ever since Don Shula retired in 1995, the franchise has been a laughing stock, a running joke throughout the league. The media don't respect us. None of the sports networks respect us. We get shitty news coverage. We got a shitty Dolphins media covering the team. I mean, I can't stand listening to all of these dumbass questions that they ask every single coach that we have on the podium. I'm getting tired of it, man. I know a lot of the fans out there getting tired of it. It's too much drama. It don't matter what coach we get. It's just nothing but drama. It's nothing but drama. It's nothing but things that a lot of these columnists are spinning because they want to see us fail. It's a sabotage on the team, if you ask me, from the media, from ESPN, from FS1. It's a conspiracy. Y'all won't let me, man. You know what? I'm going to get on my rant later. Let me get back to this because this is the inauguration of the show. So we're going to get back to it now. Don Shula retired in 1995. Ever since then, in my opinion, I just feel like the team has went downhill. It's went downhill. We changed the logo, we changed the dolphin, we changed it to something else. Don't get me wrong, I like all the logos. I ain't like some fans that bring back the old logo. I like all the logos. I'm a huge Dolphin fan. I like all of them. I think it's good that just like the Oregon Ducks can switch to different uniforms. I like the fact that we can go to the new Dolphin, you know what I'm saying, which make us look much faster, to the old Dolphin, which makes us look much meaner. Then we got the Zach Taylor, Zach Thomas, Jason Taylor Dolphin, you know what I'm saying? I like that. You know what I mean? But getting back to 1995, he retired. So we got a chance to lure Jimmy Johnson out of retirement to coach the team. And he changed the defensive approach to fit his vision. And I'm gonna tell you, Jimmy Johnson was a mastermind in the draft. He had a good chart, a good way of finding the best players, and that's how we got Sam Madison. That's how we got Jason Taylor. He brought Brock Marion over from the Cowboys to bring that winning formula. And what y'all gotta understand is that when Jimmy came in, when Don Shula passed the torch to Jimmy Johnson, all the fans, including myself, all the fans, we was excited because we felt like it wasn't gonna be no drop off. From one legend to another legend. You're going from Shula to Jimmy Johnson, who actually could have faced off against Shula in 1992 in the Super Bowl, but the Dolphins couldn't ever get past Buffalo. Jim Kelly was a problem. He was a problem. You know what I'm saying? But Shula did end up facing off against Jimmy Johnson in 1993 in a snow game and ended up winning that game when Leon Lett made that bad play. You know what I'm saying? So he actually beat the Cowboys. That's how great Don Shula was as a head coach. And we never had a head coach since then because y'all fans don't have the patience to let these coaches coach and give them time. It takes a coach longer than 2 years to get a team together, man. It takes a coach longer than 3 years. To me, realistically speaking, whatever head coach we get coming up, it's gonna take him at least 4 years, 4 to 5 years. If he did everything right, if he got the right culture in and the GM, him and the GM working together, 5 years, realistically speaking, depending on the approach. And you could be a team that's on the incline or a team that's on the decline. I'd rather be a team that's on the incline. But for that to happen, that's gonna take patience, and a lot of y'all fans gotta be patient, man. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, back to Jimmy. So Jimmy did keep some of the offensive schemes and plays that Marino liked. I think he kept one of the offensive coordinator for a minute, and then he let him go and switched to what he wanted, which was the Dolphins to look like the Cowboys. And y'all gotta understand that this is an important key to how we get to where we at right now, is because right after Don Shula retired, for all y'all younger generation fans, after he retired, we wanted the Dolphins to look like the Cowboys, and our draft picks and our whole mentality was to get the team like that. Our running back, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Jimmy Johnson was looking at him like he was gonna be the next Emmitt Smith. You know what I'm saying? The whole philosophy changed from what Shula had, and the team went downhill. But we had some winning years with Jimmy Johnson, and I know y'all think I'm crazy for saying that the team went downhill after that. Even though we had winning years with Jimmy Johnson, we was in the playoffs with Jimmy, but we wasn't 12-4. We wasn't 13-3. We was 9-7. We got our ass whooped by Jacksonville, 62-7. And after that game, Jimmy Johnson Marino retired. And Jimmy Johnson, you gotta understand, he been grooming Dave Wandstead since Oklahoma State. He done had Wandstead with him from Oklahoma State to the Hurricanes, to the Cowboys, brought him over to the Dolphins. He had the same defensive philosophy as Jimmy Johnson. So he took over the team, and I call that the Jimmy Johnson-Wandstead regime. Then we decided to try and insert another legend into the building, and Bill Parcells, who brought in Chris Greer, Jeff Ireland, and Tony Sperano. I call that the big Tuna regime. Then we had the Tannehill years and what would have been the Brian Flores era, but we'll call that the Flores era deferred or the Flores era sabotage, because that's exactly what happened. This was an era that could have been, but got sabotaged. And you know who sabotaged it? The media. Because they put out a lot of false information, a lot of stuff to kind of mess up the team. I noticed, like for example, when we had 2020, when we had Fitzpatrick playing, you know what I'm saying? And Fitzpatrick started crying because Flores put Tuna in, because Fitzpatrick wasn't playing that good. He was throwing interceptions, costly interceptions to cost us some games, and Flores just decided, you know what? We're going to go ahead and roll with Tua. And then he started crying, and then next thing you know, they take that story and say, oh, well, how could we, put Tua in when Fitzpatrick was playing? So, no, he wasn't. We lost that Patriots game, that first game against the Patriots, because of Fitzpatrick throwing interceptions. Y'all better go back and watch the tape. Y'all not watching the tape, and that's the problem. Fitzpatrick was mediocre. Sometimes he made some great plays. He made some clutch plays, but y'all gotta understand something about Fitzpatrick. Not every quarterback is good throwing a certain size receivers. Fitzpatrick is great throwing the tall receivers. He'll back shoulder you to death. That's where that Fitz magic comes from, because he's a good deep ball thrower. He's a good back shoulder thrower, to tall receivers, but he's not good in the quick game. He's not good on timing routes, on timing plays, timing patterns, option routes. He gonna throw interceptions every single time. Y'all better watch the games. That's why Ryan Fitzpatrick is not that great. He always have to come back in games, because he puts you behind in games in the beginning of the game with his mistakes. So it's not really magic, it's him covering up for his mess ups during games. Y'all need to start watching the games. That's why Flores put Tua in, because he actually was trying to save the season. And when Tua came in, the defense played better, the team played better, and we was pointing in the right direction. But I think the problem is, I believe, and a lot of the fans believe that Stephen Ross, our owner, that he's a flip-flopper. And if you look at the previous coaches we had, it's been the same pattern. It's been the same excuse. Oh, it's communication problems. Okay, well, you had communication problems with Tony Sperano. While a man was coaching, trying to get us back into the playoff hunt, you out here trying to scout Jim Harbaugh with Jeff Ireland on the jet, trying to get Jim Harbaugh to be our coach. Why would you do that? Why this man is coaching in the middle of the year still? You can't wait till the end of the season? I mean, goddamn. Then Joe Philbin, it was the same thing. Communication issues. Communication issues. You know what I'm saying? And that's what made Joe. Actually, Joe Philbin wasn't really that bad as far as offense. Offensively, he ran the offense that I want us to run with Tua, which is the West Coast offense. Tua needs to be in the West Coast offense. He's a left-handed quarterback. If you look through the years of left-handed quarterbacks, I don't care if it's Tua, if it's Mark Brunell, if it's Michael Vick, Jim Zorn, it doesn't matter. They all have mobility. Tua got mobility, he got some shape. You know what I'm saying? He hit you with the juke, you know what I'm saying, and get past defenders, plus he can run you over. We saw that. We saw the toughness, we saw the squat game, we saw the leg strength. We see the accuracy, but he needs to be in the West Coast offense along with the pistol, along with the RPO pistol. So the problem wasn't the line, as y'all keep saying, oh, it's the O-line. Every single year y'all complain about the O-line, and we draft O-linemen. It's not the O-line. It's the blocking scheme. It's the blocking scheme. We don't do no pulling. I don't see none of our guards pulling in the run game. So who's the weak link? They were saying that Brian Flores wanted to get rid of one of the coaches on our coaching staff. You know who I think that coach was? Eric Stootsville. And I'm sorry, Eric, you're a good coach, but you ain't been getting the job done, bruh. Our running game has not been looking good ever since you've been coaching the running backs. When I look at the offense, I don't see no problem with the tight end group. So I know Gossi doing his job, not just calling plays, but the tight end group look good. Except when we pass the ball to Shaheen in the end. If we try to attempt a pass to Adam Shaheen in the end zone, it gets picked off or almost picked off. So I think Shaheen gotta go. We can keep Gesicki, keep Carter, keep, you know what I'm saying, Hunter Long. We can develop him. I know y'all think that was a bad pick. No, it wasn't. We gonna develop him. You know what I'm saying? We need multiple tight ends that we can use in different situations. That's how the Patriots run their offense. It's the West Coast offense. Y'all need to start looking this shit up. But we need to make sure that we solidify this run game. Eric Stootsville, I believe that's the coach that Flores had a problem with and wanted fired and wanted to get rid of. Maybe he could have just ran with just Godsey or got somebody else to run the offense. But I think instead of firing Flores, we should have gave him some more time to find the offensive coordinator that he needed. Y'all gotta understand, whatever head coach you get, he's gonna be good on one side of the ball. So if you get an offensive head coach, your defense gonna be suffering. That's what happened when we had Philbin and Gates. Our defense was suffering. And so, therefore, as the defense suffers and they got to stay on the field, the offense suffers. If you get a defensive head coach, you got to have a good coordinator. But y'all got to give him time to do that. They never give these coaches time. Every time you see a defensive coach get on the team, he always get fired quick because they don't give him time. When Rex Ryan is on the team, he already got his offensive coordinator. Matter of fact, I think that's who we need. That's one of the coaches we need to be looking at as the next head coach. And I'm gonna give y'all my top 5, top 10, like I said. But you gotta give him time to he gonna get it wrong. He might get it wrong the first time. Like Flores tried O'Shea, but O'Shea didn't solidify the running game. The passing game was looking decent. You know what I'm saying? Devontae Parker had the season of his life, his injured ass, but the running game wasn't good. That's why he fired him. He brought in Chan Gailey because he wanted Chan Gailey to bring that running game. That shit he was running with Buffalo with CJ Spiller and Fred Jackson. We was trying to do that with Gaskins and with Ahmed and Malcolm Brown. But Chan Gailey, the problem with Chan Gailey is he too married to Fitzpatrick. So I believe he got in his feelings too and didn't like the fact that Flores wanted Tua to go ahead and start. He felt like maybe Fitzpatrick just needed a little bit more time. No! Flores trying to win games. He's trying to salvage his own coaching job. He's trying to salvage the season. So that's why we went with Tua. You know what I'm saying? He probably saw more promise in Tua than Fitzpatrick, more than y'all think. So I don't agree with none of that. I don't agree with none of that stuff that is out there that people are saying. I believe that the media just spun a lot of stuff because they know that the Dolphins owner, Stephen Ross, he listens to the media. He watches ESPN like we do. He reads all the articles, and when he hear them saying that Tua's not a good quarterback and they don't think he can be better than Justin Herbert, who also went 9-8, Tua led his team to more wins than Justin Herbert. And Justin Herbert got more offensive talent around him. He got Austin Eckler. If we had Austin Eckler on our team at running back, you think Tua would have any problems throwing the ball deep? This man got Austin Eckler. He got Keenan Allen, one of the top 10 receivers in the league. We don't have that. Devontae Parker is not that. He's a big play every now and then type of receiver. Devontae Parker is not the number one, no, he's not a receiver that fits well with Tua. He fits better with a Fitzpatrick type quarterback. Tua needs another Waddle on the other side. He needs another speed receiver so that we can run a lot more plays that fit his skill set. Parker is not that receiver. So Parker was a problem. Eric Stewsville was a problem because his blocking scheme doesn't free up any runners. Every time they run the ball, they getting stuck for only 2 yards, 3 yards. Why? Because we don't have no movement on the line. Ain't nobody, why don't we have Solomon Kinley pulling? Why we don't have Robert Hunt? You seen him score a touchdown, have him pulling. So that we can, that's what, runners like Duke Johnson, they run better when they got pullers, when they got fullbacks in front of them. We don't have that. So it's not the O-line, it's the blocking scheme. But because they listen to y'all, or they listen to all of the people saying how bad the O-line, Tua ain't even been sacked as much as some of these other quarterbacks. Tannehill would have been sacked more than Tua. There's a lot of quarterbacks that's been sacked more than Tua who supposedly got better O-lines than Tua. He's been hurried, but he's been hurried because we can't run the ball. We can't run the ball. So I think the media and all of that, that's what sabotaged Flores. And you know what else sabotaged Flores? The fans. Some of the fans out there, y'all sabotaged it because y'all listen to all of the Deshaun Watson rumors. Y'all listen to Colin Cowherd stirring up rumors about Deshaun Watson, and y'all don't understand that Brian Flores never wanted Deshaun Watson. Brian Flores wanted Tua the whole time. A month ago, 2 months ago, y'all call me crazy. Maybe I've been blind and under a rock. To me, it looked like everything was we you know what I'm saying, we went on a win streak. We started off 1-7. Next thing you know, you see Brian Flores bringing that amoeba defense back. You know what I'm saying, which we should have started the year with. Don't get me wrong. Just like everybody, no coach is perfect. Brian Flores did have his faults, and I'll get into what I think those faults was in next episodes. Y'all gotta tap in, like I said, for me to get into that. But all in all, he had the philosophy, he had the vision, and he reminded me a lot of Don Shula. You know what I'm saying? Both coaches started from the ground up. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't just handed the job. They both started from the ground up. Flores starting as a scout, Shula starting as a defensive assistant, working his way up to being the head coach. See, y'all want to get these head coaches who just got handed the job just because they look like a bright young guru, young quarterback guru, young mind and all of that. That's what y'all want. We need to get a head coach that knows how to be a leader, that knows how to galvanize the troops, that's not finna be on a podium doing this. That's what you'll see. Y'all fans and y'all columnists like Omar Kelly and David Hyde and all of these other cornball columnists, y'all don't like the fact that Brian Flores was quiet and wasn't really, you know, he was close to the vest with a lot of stuff. He wasn't telling you the game plan. Y'all asking him questions. Y'all want him to elaborate on that. See, how y'all know that Flores, being with the Patriots, probably learned from Bill Belichick. Man, if y'all just listen to what the Dolphins coaches be saying, how they give away the game plan, we know we'll figure out how to stop them. He probably learned that from Belichick. Belichick don't really say much. Belichick, he's boring as hell on the podium. You can watch paint dry and it's more exciting than listening to Bill Belichick on the podium. Every single team, he say, oh yeah, man, they got good players. You know, the running back is good. You know, from the all three phases of the game, they're a good team. Oh yeah, he's getting better every single week. And then he go out and destroy the damn team. Got the quarterback seeing ghosts. You know why? Because it's mind games. It's mind games. He understand that we're not just playing the game on the field. We're playing the game against the media. We playing the game against the articles. So that means if Omar Kelly say, okay, well, hey, so what do you think the running game is what is what's needed to try to get the offense on point? Or do you think Tua needs to do this? Or do you think Devontae Parker should do this? If Flores come out and say, yeah, I think he does. I think he gonna give little nuggets here and there on what he thinks about the team and what he thinks about each player, but it's strategy. That's what y'all fans don't understand. Y'all think this is quarterback versus quarterback. No, this is strategy. This is coaching. This is strategy. So we should have never been even trying to go after Deshaun Watson. I feel like out of everybody who's giving their opinion about what's been going on, because it's a lot that's been said. It's saying that a lot of people saying that, okay, Brian Flores maybe he rubbed Chris Greer the wrong way and they had arguments and disputes. I didn't see that. If you look at the press conference, if you look at the draft, the 2019 draft, both of them speaking in the draft, speaking about the draft picks. If you look at both of them speaking about the 2020 draft picks, and then here's what's gonna silence all of these rumors about we wanted Deshaun Watson and Flores wanted Deshaun Watson. If we wanted Deshaun Watson, why the hell did we draft Jalen Waddle? Why did we draft Jalen Waddle? We drafted Jalen Waddle because we want Tua to be our quarterback. We want that left-handed assassin out there throwing them darts. We trying to get the squad right for him. That's what we've been trying to do. That's why we drafted Waddle. I thought the plan was next year we're going to get running backs. That's what we need. We're going to talk about that. I'm going to tell y'all exactly the approach I think we should have next year, this offseason, how I think we should approach the draft, how I think we should approach free agency. We're going to talk about the cap, all of that. I'm going to tell y'all who I think we should look at as the next head coach. I'm going to give y'all my top 10 picks or my top 5 head coaches that I think we should get. And these head coaches that I'm going to pick are going to be specific to not just the defense, but making sure that Tua is in the right offense or the right offenses, the right offensive scheme or the right offensive schemes. We're going to talk about that because I think Tua should be in more than one scheme. I think the Alabama RPO is great, but I think he should be in a different scheme as well. We're going to talk about that, but first, Big Fish Baller 101. So what's a big fish baller? A big fish baller is a player that consistently makes plays week in and week out, heart and soul of the team, made their unit better, made their side of the ball better overall, consistently flashed on tape, could be the captain of the team, or could be a player that just showed the most heart and the most leadership to where it impacted games. Could be on whichever side of the ball, offense, defense, or special teams, it don't matter. During the season, each week, I'm going to give y'all my list of ballers for that week. Also, like I said, be on the lookout for my series coming out, the Big Fish Baller series. Till next time, signing off, TBFN.